What is this? This is banana bread pudding Hefeweizen.
That sounds like too much.
Nah, dog, it's delicious. I got no nails.
I don't need no nails. Push the motherfucking.
I'll just bust it in with my thumb and shit.
Just push it and then up. That'll give it the.
Oh, I thought you meant just like stab my thumb through.
No, man. What are you,
That's
goddamn
like
Wolverine?
Superman shit. Not Superman, but like Supermanly shit.
Be some goddamn Wolverine shit.
What episode is this?
21.
That's right.
Prime time.
I see what you did there. Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode Prime Time.
No.
This is episode Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah. So we're back again.
Yep.
As always.
Yep. A
With
weekly
some more-
podcast.
Some more dopeness to talk about.
Always.
But
what do you what'd you do this weekend? Anything?
I don't remember. Oh, okay. So Sunday, I hung out with my mom and dad for a little while. I smoked cigars after me and mom got back. But Sunday went to this place called Board and Brush. Basically, like you go there, like you pick out like some type of thing to make.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually like some type of wood sign or like a wooden crate, and you pick the craft out online and pay for it, and then you select a day to go, and you go, and they have everything laid out for you to make your craft there, the paint, stain, all of it. So you can do crafting, and you can leave the mess there. But I made
cool.
a big sign for Hudson's room to like go above his bed.
Hudson's spot.
Yep.
Hudson's lair.
So
Hudson's crying pit.
crying pit. No, it was pretty. I mean, it's fun. We've done it before. That buffalo that's in my living room, I made there. So,
Did I see that before you? You didn't have that probably.
No, I hadn't had it yet.
That's cool. That's cool.
Saturday. What did I do Saturday?
Was that Friday night?
That was Sunday.
No.
I don't know what I did Saturday. I don't even remember.
You chugged 2 Busch Lights and sent
that's
them to me.
right. The Busch Light apple.
Oh, yeah.
Those are smooth, man, especially in the Kong.
Yeah. You
Going through the Kong,
you
man.
chugged the shit out, and then you're like, "This isn't the same video."
No, this is what happened. I didn't. So last week was so wild. I didn't have no time to slow down. It was a crazy work week. New schedule, new route, new list of accounts. It was ragged in a good way. But Saturday I had like planned to like do it. But there's like I wanted to detail my car. I wanted to like get my grocery shopping done early. I wanted to do a bunch of shit.
Right.
I didn't do anything.
Just chilled out.
I worked out.
Just one of those days, man.
Made breakfast at like 1:00. Made brunch. And then chilled for a while. And then me and Jay went out. Right. So we went out. We were just going to be chilling. And then she said, "Hey, I want to meet my friend's new boyfriend. We'll swing by the Rose real quick."
Oh God.
The yellow rose.
Yeah, I know what the rose means.
And I'm all like,
is she from that area?
No. In my head,
Okay.
I'm thinking, fuck my life.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm thinking relationships are all about compromise. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do shit you don't want to do. It is what it is. No big deal. It's not all about me. It is what it is.
Right.
I fucked with the Rose. I'm no stranger to that feeding trough.
Well, I mean, it's probably been 10 plus years, right?
Yeah, dog. Anyways, so I'm no stranger to clubs. I wouldn't even call the Rose a club. Here's what I want you to think of. So
what this was Saturday night?
This is Saturday night.
Oh.
So post-pandemic, people ain't had shit to do for a whole year. Place has been shut down. So the Rose is generally their busy night Saturday.
Right.
Busy. So here's what I want you to think of.
I mean, from what I remember, 15
back in the
years
day,
ago.
I used to help farm.
Right.
So I helped with cattle, I helped with hogs, all that stuff.
Okay.
Walking into the Rose is like walking into a big barn filled with full-size hogs.
Yeah.
Like,
I get your analogy.
hot.
It definitely
it's
makes
sticky,
sense.
It's musty.
Some
It
people aren't.
smells like shit.
Some of those pigs ain't getting along.
There's people squalling like pigs. You know what I'm saying? That is exactly what it feels like when you walk into the Rose.
There's a lot of people up at the trough/bar.
Yeah, man. It was so we ended up being there for like, I don't know, hour and a half or so, which was cool. I just chilled. I don't dance. I don't do none of that shit. I just hung out, right?
It's all right. He twists.
I didn't know
Don't let him lie to
issues.
you.
I'm not down for places like that anymore. It's not my thing. It's never really been my thing because a lot of people go to places like that just to cause problems, to fight and stuff like that. And just so happens right before we were about to leave, she was like, hey, yeah, I'm ready to go, blah, blah, stuff like that. And we're at like this side area where there's like barely anybody at.
Okay.
Apparently there's a fight outside.
Right.
Instead of just throwing this dude outside, they're going to walk him through the whole fucking club like idiots. So that's what they tried to do.
Ring him by the back of the neck.
That's what they tried to do.
Yeah.
He got away from him, and he's starting to fight with this person that followed. Apparently, the person he started to fight with outside followed him and the bouncer in,
Okay.
as you would normally. And then they started getting into it where we're standing at. So I stand up, like, I'm not fighting. I don't care to fight, but like JC was in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I stand up and put her behind me.
Mm-hmm.
That way she doesn't,
Right.
she's not in the way or
Harm's
harm's
way.
way or whatever you want to call it. And then I just turned around and started messing around on my phone again while they were doing whatever they were doing.
Oh, I thought this was gonna. You were
Oh,
gonna
no.
say something.
I'm not interested in shit like that. Like, you
Okay.
guys beat the shit out of each other. That's all fine and good, but I'm not.
All right. I thought this was gonna.
No, dog, it was a bunch of poontangs. There wasn't nothing crazy going on.
Bunch of poontang pie.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that was Saturday. So yeah, that's what happened Saturday.
That makes sense. I didn't hear from you Saturday, really, except I think when you sent the videos.
Chilled.
So you must have got back pretty early because it was about 10 o'clock when you sent those videos. 11?
That was
That was-
that was like
That was Saturday night because
that was in the morning. That was AM hours when I did that.
it must have been late then. Yeah, you're saying like 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my phone goes into like fucking dark mode after
Right.
10 o'clock.
Right.
I don't get any notifications anymore.
That's probably a good thing.
But yeah, I woke up to you, the videos, Conor McGregor's leg broken in half.
That's what I watched the whole time we were there at the Rose. I just was checking.
Oh,
I was just.
Oh,
watching
okay.
the
I was about to
fights.
say, did they have him on at the Rose?
No, God.
I was about to
no.
be
I
like,
was sitting
damn,
there- I was
they're
just on
trying
my
to have
phone, like,
fights there.
reading stuff, catching updates, watching
Yeah.
the knockouts.
Yeah, I didn't want to buy it.
No,
I haven't bought a UFC in a while, and I mean, who doesn't like McGregor as a entertainment
I
aspect?
think he's amazing.
But I passed on it. I just couldn't bring myself
Yeah,
to do it.
if it would have been a loaded card, in my opinion, loaded as in like
Everything
guaranteed
stacked.
action. You know what I mean?
So I mean, the fights were good.
There were some good fights, but it's just I don't know.
I mean, there was a lot of early action in the prelims.
I will buy his next fight though.
I don't.
There's gonna be another one. There's gonna be another.
Bro, he's done.
He's not done.
He's done. He is done.
Doctor Stoppage.
Yeah.
He's not done.
I mean, that's fine.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think the fire's there, man.
What about the old woman beater getting knocked? Did you see
Greg
that?
Hardy? I haven't seen the knockout actually after an
Yo.
entire week almost.
So that dude's like he's from Australia. He's Australian.
The guy that knocked him
But I'm
out.
pretty sure he's like Samoan or something. Or New Zealand. I don't know.
Yeah, New Zealand probably.
That dude. So they were exchanging.
Mm-hmm.
And as
That
Greg
dude's mean.
Hardy's stepping forward, they're still exchanging punches. And he caught him right. I think it was a right hook.
Square.
Just.
Bing.
He was knocked out standing and he fell. And the dude just jumped on him and kept going.
Didn't he drink a
He-
Happy Dad out of a
for
boot?
the rest of the weekend, this dude was drinking beers out of people's shoes.
Well, that's the thing.
So he did it as he was walking to the back from the cage.
Okay.
Some dude stopped him, and I think it was a
fuck no.
J1. Dude gave him a J1. He poured a beer in it, and he drank it out of the shoe.
Nope.
For the rest of the weekend, that's all you see is him just drinking beer out of people's shoes.
I'm not drinking
Strangers.
beer out of post-pandemic.
Strangers
Boots.
Post-pandemic, no pandemic.
That don't matter.
It ain't
Yeah.
happening. It ain't happening.
No.
That's not my thing.
No.
I don't know if I would drink a beer out of my. I'd have to be pretty lit.
Now, you did say that you wanted to institute that as a bet.
That is going to be a punishment bet for the league. You know what I mean?
For the league.
We should start with the person that got themselves relegated for an hour. You know what I
It
mean?
was actually like 8 hours.
Yeah, true. Overnight. Who got booted overnight.
Yeah, he apologized. He has to make a video, though.
Oh, yeah.
He
That's
has
part
to
of the
make-
comeback.
yeah.
He needs a full press conference video.
I'm going to add, like, flashing lights and shit. Yeah, but, yeah, that's another story. We'll hold on to that one
That
because
shit was.
we'll wait for the season to start.
That's the only thing I could think of when you said he's coming back. I was just like, well, that's embarrassing.
I
I was just like, well, that's embarrassing.
mean, because he, whatever. We'll hold
Yeah,
on to it. We'll hold on to it. Either way. But yeah, Saturday we were up in Columbus at the Zambezi Bay.
So the weather ended up being good then for that.
Not
Or no?
really. It was like 70 degrees and it was overcast
Yeah. That's
and
not
it
the best.
rained.
Did it
like,
rain up there?
Slightly. It
Okay.
like just spit for like probably 2 to 3 hours.
Right.
We waited in line on one ride for 2 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was rough.
Birthdays, man.
But yeah, that was fun. It was a good time. He had a ball.
Good.
And then we went to Iacano's or some pizza place right there by it. And the pizza was really damn good. Like really damn good.
Really?
Yes. I'll have to get you the actual place if you go up there again. Yeah, that was Saturday. Sunday came back. I didn't really do much Sunday.
Nah, it was chill.
And then yesterday I about died from a migraine, but I live. I continue
Really?
on. Oh yeah, dude. I had to leave work early.
Do you
About
get
an hour.
migraines all the time?
Dude, I get migraines like once, twice a month sometimes.
Do you really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. It put me on my ass. I don't talk about it much, man, because usually when I get them, I'm fucking hurt.
Right.
I have to throw up. I have to in order to get over it. And I couldn't get over this one. Usually I get them in the evening. Like I'll come home from work or whatever, and in the evening I'll get them.
Really?
But then this one started to hit me at like 9:30, and it slowly progressed throughout the day.
What?
And I fought myself from leaving work till
Right.
about 3:00. And
That's
then I
damn
was
near the whole
like,
day.
yeah, but I didn't want to. If I could make it up, I would. So that's what I was thinking. But yeah, we got a lot going on at the Valley. Just people showing up, checking stuff. You know.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Whatever. That's normal. But yeah, nothing crazy. Actually passed on the fights because I just couldn't. I can't bring myself to do it anymore.
No.
It's
and
too
that's-
damn expensive. $70 for
70, yeah.
3 hours.
For 3 hours entertainment. But it's the thing is, so that's, I mean, when me and Jay were talking about that, because she's not really into UFC fighting or football or anything like that, but she enjoys like going out for stuff like that or having like get togethers and shit like that. So I told her, I said, we may do that then. If there's a fight worth getting on pay-per-view,
Right.
we can do that because me and you have split fights before and shit like that, or me, you, and Wig have split fights. So
Yeah.
we can do that. I know there's going to be some get-togethers for football.
You can't get me now, Dana, but we used to stream them on the side of people's houses.
Can't get me down, Donna.
But yeah, we used to stream on the side of people's houses.
That was fire.
Yeah. That was cool. I mean, Saturday was a good day. Stayed up there for the night and then came back. But
Nice.
yeah. Now I have a question because your brother sent this to us today about the Stephen A. Smith stuff.
Yeah.
So the Stephen A. Smith stuff basically is him yesterday or today, as of Tuesday, July 13th. The Home Run Derby was last night on Monday.
Yeah.
And Owatani was like the big name. He was the number one seed
He's a
because they have
beast.
seeding. And he got knocked out the first round
Excuse me.
by
Did he really?
yes,
That's
Miguel Soto from the Nationals. It was a good matchup. They went to like overtime and they had a swing off of 3 pitches, and it was pretty cool.
Right.
But Stephen A. Smith said that the MLB's problem with star power and how they are not popular anymore is because they don't market their people right, and some of them need a interpreter, which was like, okay.
So, in a roundabout way, my takeaway from that part of what he was saying was like, basically, the MLB's ratings are down because there's not as many American-born, American-playing superstars that are the face of the league.
Well,
or
yes.
big names of the league.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much what he was getting at. But my thing is ESPN has like most of the damn rights to MLB, like Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah.
I think Thursday Night Baseball.
I believe so.
I have never seen them run ads on specific players. I've only seen them run ads on like who's coming up on Sunday Night Baseball.
Right.
And usually it's the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Dodgers, and sometimes the Angels.
Yeah.
Because they had Trout, and now they have Ohtani.
Mm-hmm.
But the Angels are literally 2 players, and the rest are dog shit.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
when they had Trout, they were like, Trout had 14 RBIs, and they lost by 3. You know, like it's always like that. I don't know why, but the Angels just suck.
Right. Then you get
then-
back to that Angels in the Outfield movie, boy.
Yeah, those uniforms were dope. But it just seems that was the first offense.
Well, to me, and
From
we'll
Stephen
talk
A.
about the other one, but in my opinion, that one is the most disgraceful. Like, if we're gonna rank them, I guess in my opinion, the second one, if it was just the second one and it was an isolated incident about like the Nigerian players,
Well, he was like reading off their names and laughing at them.
right. I've been like, okay, this dude's an idiot, but it's the exact words he used
Yes.
for Ohtani
was-
that it was just like, what the fuck is what is your problem? Like, and Solomon said it well about basically what ESPN has become. It's more so Fox or CNN versus being ESPN Sports.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Fox or CNN with a sports segment.
Right.
Stephen A. Smith is not what I don't understand why people take what he says as far as sports go and hold anything to it, because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about most of the time. And more times than not, the things he is saying is to trigger your emotions and to piss you off. He's an
Right.
antagonist. That's what he does.
Yes. Yes, he likes to. I mean, controversy brings cash,
Right.
and as much as ESPN doesn't want to fucking admit it,
right.
he is a bell cow for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a human highlight reel. He gets away with a lot of shit.
Right.
The Nigerian thing, and then that. I mean, if it was anyone else, they'd be fucking fired by noon.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, what he's going to do is he's going to
He'll have to. I think he's already written an apology.
He wrote a real long apology about the Ohtani thing, a real long one about. I mean, we're out here trying to stop the Asian hate, and this dude went all the way in, basically saying that because this guy needs an interpreter, that he shouldn't be the face of baseball in this league in our country, and that's just. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's that's trash.
Right. I mean, you've had, like your brother said, multiple Dominican Republic,
Yeah, for
Puerto
years.
Rican.
Years.
Years. I mean, years.
Years. They started
Sammy
recruiting
Sosa,
for
damn
the
near.
MLB when it was still segregated. They started recruiting black players for the white league. Like the recruiting of players from different areas, different countries, different across the pond, different parts of the globe has been going on for decades.
Right.
And now all of a sudden it's a problem and you're blaming baseball's ratings for that?
Right. I mean,
I don't know.
two
about
of the
that.
people that brought back baseball, Sammy Sosa, well, one of the people, should I say, one of the people that brought back baseball to relevance in the 90s barely spoke English.
Sammy Sosa.
It was broken English.
Big Poppy.
Big Poppy. I
Big
mean,
ambassador. You know what
yeah.
I mean? I mean, there's tons.
Yes.
And I just, it's hard for me to like, I don't know. Like I said, that it just, it's disgraceful. And a lot of the statements he was making alone are in a way oppressive.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I don't know. I don't know if they'll fire him because of it, but at the same time, if he catches enough backlash from enough people in the media and people that have likes and views and followers and all that other shit like that, ESPN will have to do something.
Yeah, I mean, they've sat on the whole thing with Rachel Nichols, and we talked about that on here.
Yeah.
And then that got to the point where she was basically reprimanded by taking off the show or off the finals table. I don't think she's back on there.
No, you think she's hanging out with Butler now though?
Who knows?
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't watch any of that shit, dude. I haven't watched a lick of the NBA finals, and it's not just because
either.
I don't.
It's just because
I'm not intrigued by the teams. Like,
that's my thing. I'm not interested in the teams that are in the finals, so I don't have any reason to watch. I guarantee you, if you look at this year's ratings compared to last year's ratings for the final and the year before that, they're down a significant percentage.
I mean, there's other people that like the difference in teams.
True, but at the same time, I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if it's about on par from last year. Yeah, I mean,
true.
A lot of people do like Chris Paul.
I don't know. I guess I could.
And
see
Giannis is an up and coming, so I get
True.
it. I just, to me, I'm not interested in it. Like I said, it's the draw isn't there for me. The
Yeah.
teams, like I love Devin Booker because he was from UK, but
Devin
other than
Booker's
that,
pretty cool.
I could care less.
He's funny.
Yeah, he rolls up in different cars and he has some dope rides.
He's pretty funny.
He's a good dude. Like when you hear him talk, you wouldn't expect that voice.
No.
He's deep as shit.
You're right.
He's got that like slow romance on a Saturday night voice. Thanks for calling.
Barry White.
Yeah. Thanks for calling. But yeah, the NBA Finals I haven't really followed. I mean, the All-Star Game is this week. I watched the Home Run Derby last night. I watched all of it actually.
I didn't watch any.
It was entertaining. There was nothing really else on.
Right. I mean, Monday night TV isn't exactly.
Hey man, it used to be the best night.
It
on
used
TV.
to. Well, I mean, but that was back in the day when we would watch. Like, we would be home at a certain time to watch like Monday Night Raw or you know what I mean, wrestling or other shows that were on. You'd be home on Fridays to watch TGIF and.
Right.
I don't know if there's even stuff like that on TV anymore. Like I don't have cable. I probably won't ever get cable again because I don't need it. I mean, you stream everything now,
Yeah. So I got another thing for you. I saw today the Tyrone Woodley fight and the Jake Paul fight.
Yeah.
Did you see the bet that they have now?
Huh.
So the fight was moved from the 28th of August to the 29th for their fight.
Interesting. Okay.
They just moved it to a Sunday because the 28th was a Saturday. I don't know why. I don't know why they keep doing that.
August?
Yes.
To not compete with other shit going on, probably.
Well, the 29th is what? I mean, what's going on in August besides preseason football?
I would have to say that there's something on that Saturday, some type. There has
Maybe
to be some
a
big
UFC
event
fight, something.
that they don't want to compete with.
So the fight got moved from Saturday to Sunday, but that's not the bet. Either way, the bet is now whoever loses has to get a tattoo. And each person's tattoo will say, if Jake Paul loses, he says, I got beat by Tyrone. And if Jake Paul wins, then Tyrone Woodley has to get, I got beat by Jake Paul tattooed on him. Where on the body, I don't know. Probably their ass. Something stupid.
That's hilarious. But that's kind of
it adds on to it.
Yeah, I mean, it does a little bit, I guess, but
I mean, there hasn't been a lot of hype since.
There really hasn't since his brother's fight against Mayweather.
I haven't heard
nobody's
a peep.
given a shit.
I haven't heard a peep
Nothing.
between the two.
Which I don't think this one's gonna have as much fight as the last or hype as the last couple.
No, but I think that there is a possibility somebody gets their ass whipped. Well, one person gets his ass whooped real bad.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
Well, yeah. I mean, Tyrone's
The
a stand-up fighter.
right. I think the possibility is better with this fight versus anybody else he's stepped into the ring with so far. This is the most dangerous person,
Yes,
without a doubt.
for sure.
So I think it'll be interesting. It's all fun and games. It's all for show. It's all for money. It's all to get your money. As much as he says he wants to be a professional boxer one day and all that other stuff like that, he hasn't done a single thing to make a move towards professional boxing. He hasn't even boxed any amateur boxers. Anybody that's come up in the boxing world, I have one of my cousin, her son is a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
He's a teenager,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been boxing for years. He's made a life out of it, right? He's coming up in boxing. So the same way that he would be doing that is fighting more and more. Like, I mean, skill level wise, you have to start somewhere, right? Jake hasn't started anywhere except for in this whole spotlight fighting these has-been people or people that have nothing to do with boxing.
Right.
In my opinion, he should be fighting in a amateur arena with other amateur boxers that are coming up in the world of boxing.
Right. That's fair. I mean, he should be.
You know what I mean? It's
With that YouTube.
yeah, right. And that's what I will never take any of it serious until he starts fighting other people that are actual boxers. I'm not going to take anything away from him fighting Tyrone Woodley.
Mm-hmm. No. I mean, I'm going to take away him getting his ass beat. Probably.
That's going to be great if
Probably.
it happens. I'm hoping it does. But it's still just, and none of this means anything.
Right.
This doesn't do anything for any kind of boxing record. So do you really want to be a boxer, or are you just trying to make money?
Well, yeah, he's trying to make money.
Exactly.
That's the whole
Right.
gimmick anyway.
You got plenty of money, so if you wanted to be a boxer, you wouldn't care about any of this publicity shit, any of the bets, any of the spotlight, any of these videos of you driving by in a pickup truck and throwing water balloons at people and their trainers and all this. You wouldn't care about none of that. You'd be about that boxing life.
True.
So,
True.
you know what I mean? We'll
He
see
ain't
what
fucking
happens,
with
though.
it. Like, we get it.
Yeah.
He ain't on board.
No.
He ain't riding. He ain't buying it.
Nah.
He might illegally stream it. I'm just kidding.
I'll check the YouTube videos after the fight.
Yeah, I'll check my Instagram.
Right.
Now, how do you feel? So we saw the interviews and press conference during UFC, and did you see the one where Chad Johnson asked McGregor if he was a lock? And McGregor then combatively said that he was
right in a very
and that he
aggressive
was
manner.
going to kill him, and that this man would walk out, or he would be ushered out in a stretcher, which it was then vice versa. But either way,
How much? I don't know how much Ocho bet on that
he
fight.
said he only bet. He told Poirier afterwards, because Poirier was like, "I just want to know how much Ocho lost tonight," and he said it was only a $50 bet.
Bullshit. I ain't buying that.
I believe, and I'm pretty sure that BR betting,
Yeah.
and I think your boy
McAfee.
gets money from FanDuel
He
to
does.
bet,
He does.
so that it can stir up, oh, he's betting, I'm gonna bet, and blah blah blah. So, anyways,
I would.
I think it was a $5,000 bet from what I remember.
If I had to guess, I'd say it was every bit.
Now
of
it's not his own
4
money.
digits or more,
Right.
and that's fine. Somebody has to lose.
Right. Somebody's gonna lose, but
This fight could have gone either way.
how do we feel about him saying he was gonna kill the man? I
thought
mean,
it
that's a
was
little
hilarious.
much.
Well, McGregor feels disrespected, and because you could see in the second fight, their second fight, where how much more chilled and relaxed McGregor was, and how much respect he had for Poirier,
Right.
blah blah blah, all that other stuff like that, right? And I don't know what Poirier said. I don't really follow him like that. That upset McGregor, but at a certain point, he was just like, "Oh no, I'm gonna kill this kid."
I don't think it was anything he said, because I followed it kind of closely.
Yeah,
I think it's more McGregor the eyes were on McGregor as far as, hey, last fight. I believe they even asked him,
Like, is this? Yeah.
hey, why were you so respectful last fight, and now this fight, you're telling him you're gonna kill the man? And then at the end of the presser, he was like, your wife was in my DMs, like.
I wish.
And then after so here's the thing that got me, man, was he's the only motherfucker I've ever seen have a catastrophic injury.
That's what I.
And
That's
then
what
was
so
getting
sick.
interviewed. Like,
That's-
Rogan's down here like,
Sat
so
down on the mat.
what do you think?
Rogan is hilarious.
So, right. But Rogan always said that he would never interview anybody after a concussion or after an injury.
I think he asked for it.
Well, McGregor was just chirping the entire
the
time.
whole time he was sitting on the mat.
Right.
Dude just
So-
broke his tibia.
Yeah, and acted like nothing happened. Like they were sitting there moving around. He was like, but then after that, he was like,
Some of it's from adrenaline, but even with the pain and then messing with it, then putting a splint on it and all
did
this
you
other
ever
stuff
see
like that.
Weidman
Yeah.
or Spider
Yeah.
ever say a word?
They
after
were
it?
literally about to pass out from shock.
Right,
Both of them.
right.
No, he's fired up, yelling doctor stoppage, and
Right.
your wife is in me DMs and all that other stuff like that. Like, it was just crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. Like all the videos I saw, I was like, this man's the only man I've ever seen where he had like his leg touching his ear.
Did you see the video he did on his Instagram as soon as he was
Afterwards?
done with his surgery?
He looked fine.
He looked completely fine, and he didn't seem groggy. He didn't seem like he had just, most people when they come out of anesthesia, they're still messed for like a
Yeah.
couple hours. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
He was like, look, doc, just do it. And he just sat there. And let
right.
him-
I don't know, man. I feel like he's probably even more hungry now. So
I don't think
at this point, everything's about legacy.
dude, he's made so much money. I mean, he makes so much money off the bourbon
Oh yeah,
and all
without a
that
doubt.
shit. And I mean, his name, the clothing line, August McGregor, all that shit.
Yep.
Like, I mean, he's set. And I think the biggest thing between fight 2 and 3 was that he was respectful because of his family.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he even said that having a family and you know, after your training and you see your kid, that fire isn't there so much, or something in a whereabouts of
Right.
that. And that in the third fight, he said, "My family's not here, motherfucker." So like he kind of indicated, I get away with saying whatever I want because they're not
That's
here.
wild.
So I think he toned it down the second fight because his family was around, and then the third fight he was like, "Look, you guys ain't coming because I need to be me."
Yo, Poirier's wife was out there in the ring with them hitters out.
Yeah, she was also flipping him off when he was sitting there talking about being in the DMs again after his leg was broken.
Right. Which I
mean,
doubt that there's any substance to that, but it's still hilarious.
The photos and everything he sent looked legit, but who knows? I mean, it's
Right.
easy to fake that.
Yeah,
Um,
we've done more with less. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people have done more with less. So I do want to get into that we will be, like we've said, holding a listeners league. So we're going to open that up probably this coming week. I'll basically put out an Instagram post. And if anybody is interested, DM us and tell us that you're interested. The buy-in's not going to be a lot. It's really
Nah.
more for you to get into our big league.
That's
Which
where
the
you- that's where you
buy-in
wanna
is-
be.
Yeah, the big league is the buy-in, and it's pretty big. And the winner usually gets a decent amount.
We need some movement in that league.
So what's going to happen is if you win the Listeners League, you move up the next year to the Big Boy League, and then our last place in the Big Boy League gets relegated down into
To
the Listeners League.
Yep.
That's something that we want to do. Something kind of have a AAA to a major kind of step. So if you are interested, please let us know.
The Dragons to the Reds, dog.
Right. That'd be
You're getting called
single
up.
A all the way up to MLB. But yeah, if you want to do that, please, leave us a comment in the DMs or a comment on the actual post
Right.
that I make. The fun thing is we made logos for all of our teams.
Yes.
They came out pretty
They
pretty
came
dope.
out real good. Those were you did.
I may do it for the listeners because it
outdid
don't take
yourself.
me long. I kind of just from my mind go and I create, and it takes about 10, 15 minutes per team.
You outdid yourself.
But some of them are pretty good. We'll put them on our other podcast so that when we do it, it'll all be there. We also, for our big league, the party or / draft party is you have to dress as your GM or coach. And if you don't show up as dressed as your GM or coach, you're a fucking chode. And I may fucking relegate you for that.
Right.
But that's what we want to do because we're going to do some things with it. We'll leave that kind of mysteriously out there, and we're going to do some shit with it on some other social media.
It's going to be good.
So that's out there. But we definitely want – that's the interaction we want. And we're going to kind of integrate that into this podcast and into another podcast for just the leagues. So if you're definitely interested, please let us know. That's my gimmick of the week. As far as anything going on, there's a shit show of the week. Do we have anything?
No, so I got a couple. So first off, and my dad actually reminded me about this because and this is something from like when the episode we talked about like the whole fast lane thing and do you flash your lights, do you beep,
okay.
do you go around, do you wait for them
I had
to
an
get out of the
incident with
fast
that
lane?
today almost.
Listen, it's a everyday struggle going through Dayton. So he's like, check. This was a Columbus story.
Okay.
So apparently this lady was in the fast lane, right? She wasn't going fast enough. And she had gotten in. So apparently she wasn't going fast enough.
In the
and
left-hand
then he
lane.
went to get over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he went to get out of that lane, I guess, right?
Right.
Or she went to get out of that lane, excuse me. And he went to go around her in the slow lane. And she got over first.
So then they kind of both merged at the same time.
What? Right. So like, say she's here, he's behind her in the fast lane. He goes to get over, and she gets over at the same time. Well, he gets pissed off,
Right.
and gets back over. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls out a gun and starts firing shots into her car.
Who did? Now this
guy.
this other guy. I thought you said
Kids
your
in
dad.
her
I was like,
car.
holy shit.
Kids in her car. Kids in his car. I mean, it was the whole thing.
Why?
This is road rage gone rat. And I keep wanting to ask you about this. Have you watched the movie Unhinged yet on Prime?
No.
That's the homework for the week. You need to watch the movie.
Unhinged.
This is what happens.
Who's in it?
Russell Crowe. Nope, I said that wrong. Yes, no, I said that right.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Russell Crowe, and he's the main actor. Everybody else doesn't matter. It
Okay.
is what happens
This is
if
kind
you
of like
catch the wrong person on the wrong day.
it's kind of like the old Ben Affleck movie and Morgan Freeman. Not Morgan Freeman, but God damn it, Samuel L. Jackson.
What movie is that?
That is the one in New York. I think it's not 15 Minutes because that's Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. Either way, that movie they get in a wreck and then there's road rage.
No, this is way better. This is way, way better.
It's got Ben
This
Affleck.
movie,
It
I'm
sucks.
serious. You gotta watch it. So yeah, that's like cautionary tale for your fast laneness,
Okay.
and the flashing of the lights and all that other shit like that. So let's talk about street justice, or I mean, it's not really street. Is it street justice? I don't know if it's really street justice,
Okay.
right? But you had sent this, so, and this happened over in England. British England or London, British London. I don't know. Is that right? I don't know.
United Kingdom.
Yeah. UK.
British London.
Whoops. So this happened over there, right? This, which it's not funny, but it is funny because I just messed it up. So this lady kills her husband with boiling water.
Yeah, but not only that,
But-
she added sugar to it.
Which is basically like
It creates it to be like a
the
slime.
shock alone
Yeah.
is enough to stop your heart.
The sugar creates it to be like a
It's very thick. You can't
thick,
get it off.
slimy substance.
And because it's thick, the heat stays in it longer. With water, it's going to burn you, but because it's water and it spreads out, the heat goes away pretty quick. You're still burnt. With something thick like a syrup, like a boiling syrup, it's going to stick to your skin and the heat's going to stay in it longer. And it was so much
that it killed him.
that it killed him.
But the reason why she did it
But
is because apparently he was
I feel that we're better without him.
he was touching kids.
Her kids.
Yes, her
He
kids
sexually-
and other kids.
Yeah, he had sexually abused her kids as well, like you said, as well as others. So, I mean, the punishment fits the crime.
Yeah, but she's going to jail. He's dead, and now her
Now the
kids,
kids
are
are-
sexually abused and fucked up,
And
and
now,
with no mom.
and whatever I don't know. I assume they have some type of foster care over in the UK. Which
Yeah.
always, and anytime I
I
think
think
of
they're
foster
older
care
though.
outside
I think
our
the kids
country,
are older.
I think of the movie The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, like how she had to like go to that like social worker and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
was also a sick fuck.
Yeah,
You remember that movie? That movie was amazing.
yeah.
That's if you haven't watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, highly recommend it. Don't worry about reading the book. The book's trash. The movie's great though.
You just offended some viewers.
Probably. But so yeah, that was one instance.
Mhm.
And then you sent another one which I thought was perfect, which is like, okay, so and this happened in China, which is next level. This woman's husband or boyfriend cheated on her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she racked up 49 or
Yes.
49 traffic tickets in 2 days with his car,
Right,
which means the fines go to him.
right. Because
And-
it's photoed.
Right. So it was mainly traffic lights and even some speeding tickets that were like photo speeding tickets. So if you think about it, so there's 49 tickets and say each one's $100 a pop, $100 US a pop.
Yeah.
It's $4,900 in fines because you cheated on your girlfriend.
Yes.
So she basically found a way to create her own fine for cheating.
Mm-hmm.
To monetize, she figured out a way to monetize her pain.
That's the shit show of the week right there.
I mean,
That's pretty good though, because
that's next
pretty
level,
smart.
in my opinion.
Because they don't check to see who's in the driver's seat. One,
No,
they just
no.
send the photo. Because I've had when I was on home on leave,
Yeah.
I was driving my father's Tahoe at the time, and you remember that one right there in Dayton
Yeah, dude. The one on
by
Salem?
the not
Or
Salem.
the one on Abbey and 35.
I think yeah.
That's
Abby
the
and
one
30
that catches a lot of people.
And I thought it was like 65, and I was doing, or no, yeah, I thought it was 65. I was doing 65. I guess it's 55 right there.
Now it's 50, and it'll snap you if you're only. You could be doing 60 miles an hour in a 50, and that, if you go through that light at 60 in a 50,
It used to. I
it'll
don't
snap.
anymore.
No, they took it all down. Ohio's taking all their.
Well, they're trying to get it back in Trotwood.
They're trying, but I don't think they're going. They've put them up and taken them down at that light four different times.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
I don't think they're gonna keep fucking with it.
I mean, it's bullshit.
Cause I got a, I want to say there's this weird speed trap over on Salem. That was my first actual beer route was over and like, I had all the way from Salem and Dayton all the way out to West Milton. And there was a speed trap at my very last account where it went from like 45 miles an hour down to 25 and then back up to 35. And in that
Typical.
25 mile an hour zone is a speed light
That's
or a
bullshit.
speed camera. So
It's like right there on the edge too, probably.
Yep.
Yeah. that's
But yeah,
bullshit.
I mean, I don't. What do you do? Because it says in the article that like the police noticed an irregular amount of repetitive tickets for this person's like license or whatever. But
I mean, that's doing its job.
what do you do if you're him? Like, do you go to the court like this wasn't me? I cheated on my girlfriend.
Yeah, unless
So-
you have a photo of the driver, then
Right. He'd
technically-
have to have proof that he wasn't in his car, that he was like out of town or working.
Right.
He would have to prove, which I don't think would be too hard at the time of these tickets, to prove that you're at work clocked in somewhere should not be too hard.
No, it shouldn't.
You know what I mean?
Shouldn't. No.
Or like you could be with the chick that you cheated on her with. Like if you have a picture of you guys together at the time of old girl getting her get back on you. You know
Getting
what I'm
her get back. I like it. We're gonna have to coin that one.
But I mean, I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. It sucks, but
Yeah, those
do
were
the
some
crime. You gotta do the time.
good
bro.
shit shows of the week for sure. Because I was just like, I think I was just surfing Instagram,
Yeah,
surfing the old gram,
those are some good ones.
as you would say, swag surfing.
So let me ask you that. Okay, so swag surf. So Stephen A. was hating on the U.S. team for
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah,
losing to
Australia, and then they lost to Nigeria.
right, which is why
Sorry, they lost to Nigeria,
Nigeria
first,
and then
Australia,
which
Yeah.
is which was what created all the scuttlebutt, if you will.
They're 0-2 in exhibition for
So-
Olympics.
So
right
what?
now.
How does the Olympic basketball nonsense work? Are they out? Or are they what? What
It's
happens?
just exhibition right now.
so when
So
does
they're
the-
in the actual Olympics don't start till like late August.
That's right. Okay.
I think it's like actually late August for some reason this year, and it's in the tail end of it is in the beginning of the NFL season.
So are these games for like seeding or what? Like
This is just to get like your legs under you,
practice? Okay.
That's
all
it.
right.
but it still looks bad.
But
Like,
yeah,
you
it
shouldn't
looks
be
terrible.
losing at Australia and
But
Nigeria.
maybe they don't give a shit because there's like you know what I mean. You think of this as the
I don't-
preseason for the NFL.
I don't think they're gonna do much, man. They
Probably not.
They made that team up like this year, and usually
There's a lot of scrubs on that team this year.
there's usually a good course of guys that stick with it for the 4 years to like
Right.
cohese and gel. And I think they made this team up within like a year and a half.
Yikes.
And it's, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot, Lillard,
There's a lot of
KD.
yeah
I mean, you've got a few others on there. I mean, those are the
greens
two.
on there.
Yeah. I mean, he's good. It's just,
LeBron
There's-
said I'm out.
well, LeBron, I mean, they just played 164 games back to back.
True.
So, I mean,
I didn't think about that.
pretty much. They only had
KD
3
and a
weeks
couple of
off.
other dudes should be well rested.
Well, KD had 2 years off, so he needs all the games he can get. Nah, I don't.
Ouch.
Whatever. It's just I don't expect much, especially losing to Nigeria and then Australia. Australia is a bad loss. Nigeria is. I think they have some good NBA players on that team.
They do. From the article that I read, talking about Stephen A's hateful ass, it seemed like they had some pretty good dudes on their team.
The
from
next
NBA.
Olympics, Nigeria is going to be hard to stop. I think because Giannis technically can claim Nigeria,
Yeah.
and then Bam Adebayo and a few others. Like there's like it's like legit
Yeah.
a
Good
legit
players.
good team.
I don't know about the Australia team though. I mean,
Australia has had some decent NBA players, like 6-man, but not no starters.
right.
But it's just bad. It's not a good look. I mean, then you had the Olympic sprinter, what's her name, Richardson?
Yeah.
She got banned for smoking weed.
Which I think is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but you know the rules, so you got to kind of.
The rules are the rules.
And
You
she
gotta
owned
follow
it,
them,
so
which-
that's commendable by her.
right.
She didn't say, "Well, I didn't know," or I gave some false bullshit story.
I-
She was just up front, and that's cool.
Right.
Like,
Right.
that's good.
Exactly. That's what
That's the way it should be.
That's how it should always be handled.
Mhm.
Like you're an adult.
Hey, you got caught with
If you're
steroids.
smoking
All
weed,
right,
you're smoking
yeah,
weed.
I
If
poked
you-
myself in the ass.
Exactly. If you're using, you're using. If you're, you know what I mean? If you're juicing, if you're smoking weed, it is what it is. Just be an adult about it and say, yeah, man, it was me.
I fucked up.
But for her to be suspended for it,
Well, I mean, it's just,
now she can't compete in the Olympics, right? This year.
yeah, no. She has a
Yeah.
30-day ban, and in that
So-
30-day window, it'll be the Olympics
Right.
because
So-
they have to give the roster beforehand, 60 days beforehand or something.
Right.
So she can't be on it.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. Again, like you said, you make a good point. The rules are the rules. You know what the rules are.
For 4 years, this time 5 years, you kind of knew what you were getting into.
Right. True.
I get her story. I'm not saying she's not wrong.
You know you're going to be tested. You can't stop the reefer. You know what I mean? You can't stop the reefer for a few months
Well,
to pee clean.
I think she said that she was like not an avid user. She just did it because her mother just died, so that she wanted to like ease the pain by like just
Right.
getting away.
Right. That's
Fine,
all.
whatever.
Yeah, I feel
But she got caught. It is what it is. She owned it. Cool. let's move on. I mean, she was gonna probably break a bunch of records and all this.
She still will.
But yeah, she's young enough. I think she'll get another shot.
In her early 20s, right?
I think she's like
23,
20, somewhere in that range. Of
yeah.
where
So
she'll get a
definitely
second.
watch out, boy. 4 years.
Yeah.
Hide your kids. Hide your wives.
As far as anything else that's going on, I mean, we had the MLB draft, but nobody really gives a shit about that. Sports wise, I mean, you just had the UFC
yeah.
fight. I mean, that was good. I think Fury and them fight soon.
That should actually be soon. Within the month, not July maybe, but
Within the
It
next
might
4
be.
weeks. Within a month
it may be
period.
at the end of July,
I think it is. I think
the
it's
29th or
somewhere.
something.
If I could look it up, I would, but I
Well, no, because the
Oh, man.
23rd is a
I
Friday,
guess I
so
could pull my
it'd be the 24th on a Saturday night.
yeah.
I think that'll be worth watching. Again,
Yeah.
I won't pay per view, but I will
No.
watch the highlights.
Yes, I'll
I
watch
need
the
boxing to get a
highlights.
little bit more solid before I start paying pay per view money for boxing. I remember watching boxing with my dad when I was younger.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, catching the Tyson fights and stuff like that.
I was out in Florida for the Holyfield fight
Mhm.
where he bit his ear.
That was
I remember
wild.
That. I can't really think of anything else going on.
I got a Nature's medal for you.
What's that?
And this was one.
Hit me.
So it's in the email. So this was a random one, and I was gonna add this one last week or a different one. It was a Nature is Metal type of incident last week that I got a notification for. The last week one was somewhere in Norway,
Mm-hmm.
out in this big field where all these reindeer were roaming around and eating grass and doing what reindeer do. Lightning struck and killed 300 some reindeer in this field.
Really?
And the picture was just like this big open meadow. And
It's just
it was
deer.
just laid out, 300 some deer just laid out dead.
Damn.
Which happens. I mean, it happens a lot in different areas. You just don't see it because you don't know about it and you're not from that area and you didn't have Instagram or Facebook or people taking pictures of it to show you. But that was a clear Nature is Metal moment. Well, turn Nature is Metal with lightning into humans.
Oh, the guys surrounded by the tree?
Lightning strikes in India kills 18 people taking selfies at a 12th century tower. So these were all tourists, people just visiting this city in India, northern India. And it was a 12th century watchtower. There were nearly 30 people at the Amar Fort, a popular tourist attraction near Jaipur. Sorry if I'm butchering that. Where lightning struck
Mm-hmm.
and killed, like I said, 18 people at once. How does Benjamin Button survive 4 different lightning strikes, but 18 people die at once?
It's a movie, dog. So,
But this storm, it says this storm had killed 38 people across 2 Indian states in that 24-hour time. This must have been a nasty one.
get indoors. Get indoors.
I mean,
That's not that hard.
does that happen here? That seems extreme.
I mean, that one video, I don't know where that was on Nature is Metal, but those people were huddled by the tree, and the tree got hit.
It
and
looked
they
like
fucking
some
died.
Kool-Aid drinking shit they was doing, but
It looked like some fucking cult shit.
that's what I'm saying, man. Kool-Aid
Yeah.
drinking, circle
Sorry.
around the tree nonsense, and
I missed that.
God said,
window there.
"Oh, word, let me beat
Um,
you to the Kool-Aid."
So I have the Joshua and Fury fight as August 14th,
August 14th. Okay.
as far as by Google. So August 14th, Saturday, 2021, and then the rematch will be December or early January 2022.
Wait, Austin and Fury?
No, Fury and Joshua.
Joshua.
Yes, Anthony Joshua.
I thought he was fighting Wilder.
So I thought so too, but I guess that fight, I don't know what happened to that fight.
Wait, that's the one that's supposed to be in July.
That fight can't happen in July because the Joshua.
Well, but I'm saying if it
Anthony
got
Joshua
canceled-
latest undisputed showdown off. Oh, okay.
Anthony Johnson.
My fault. Yeah, Anthony Johnson is the fight that they really want.
Right.
He's the other champion on the other side, like with the other belts.
Right.
Because there was like fucking 50 belts for some
Right.
stupid ass reason. Tyson.
The
What was it?
should
Tyson Fury and
Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder,
Wilder.
because they're in a this will be their third fight.
July 24th.
Okay, yeah. So that's Saturday.
That's in 2 weeks.
So he's definitely not fighting.
No, that's all.
Are you sure it wasn't his brother Fury? Tommy Fury's supposed to fight soon.
No, he's not fighting Joshua. Joshua's
alright.
a heavyweight.
Oh,
His
okay. Yeah,
brother's
Tommy Fury's a cruiser.
Yeah.
So, that
24th.
and that's their third fight,
Yes.
right? But
So-
they're contracted for another one, I think.
That's
two
the
more?
Joshua fight. The
Oh,
Joshua fight
okay.
is contracted for 2 fights, and that was supposed to be in August, but then some reason he took the Wilder fight. Don't ask me why. I don't know.
Is there
boxing.
something wrong with Joshua?
He's ducking.
Oh,
I mean, who knows? I don't know.
interesting.
Could be. He could have got hurt.
We'll see. Because this would be the rubber match, right?
This is the third and final fight.
But each of them have won.
Yes. Wilder won the
the
first.
first one. Fury won the second.
Yes. So, and I mean, the first fight was a slugfest. Second fight was a pretty decent fight, but Tyson.
Yeah, Tyson
Handled
nudged
him pretty
out.
well.
Yeah. So this one should be pretty good. Hopefully, old boy does some cardio because he was looking a bit tired in the second one.
Who? Tyson?
Wilder.
Wilder?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wilder's a knockout artist. That's it, dog.
Yeah,
He's
he
swinging
looked
for the
he looked
fences.
gassed.
I mean, when you swing for the fences like that.
Right.
Um,
Fury looked pretty well composed.
Yeah, that's really the only thing I've got as far as what's going on, as far as in the future and any stories. Football's
Yeah.
right around the corner. Like I said, if you are interested, let us know in the DMs. I will create a post. But other than that, I don't really have much else for this week.
Ready to get on with this summer, man. Get
Yeah.
past summer, get into the fall, get into football.
I'm not ready yet.
No,
Don't
you
want
wanna
to
savor
push
it.
it.
You want to savor it a little bit.
Well, yeah, just the way things are headed. I don't like the way things are headed.
What?
Just with this stupid shit, you know.
Oh,
everybody's
don't worry
a
about
doctor
with McAfee.
nowadays.
Don't worry about McAfee. He's
Did you
fucking-
see that shit?
Yes, he's.
I
just
saw, oh yeah, I
fine.
sent it to you guys.
And what the hell does Dana White know about what other sport leagues are and aren't going to do? And
So-
well, if they shut down, it doesn't matter because the UFC
put this in
not shutting
context for
down.
everybody.
Shut the fuck up, Dana.
So I
White.
sent a video to Corbin and Solomon about McAfee saying that did we beat COVID? Blah blah blah. He gave his whole little gimmick spiel.
Right, because everybody's worried about some type of
Delta variant.
Southwest Airlines
And then there's-
or Delta variant or something.
There's the Lambda variant, and there's 2 other variants. But either way, they're worried. Well, Dana White has said that there could be a second shutdown coming. I mean, with all
Nah,
who
man.
knows? Everybody's a fucking doctor nowadays. Who gives a shit?
I don't know
I
if
don't
people-
care. It
I don't
doesn't
know if
fucking
people
matter to
have it.
me. If it does, I don't think the NFL is going to stop anytime soon. Because they didn't last year. They'll figure it the fuck out and they'll move on. There just won't be any fans. I'd love
Just
to
like-
have fans.
Let me watch football.
Yeah, I'd love to have fans, and I hope that we do for both college and NFL. But we'll see. PC police, man. You know, they're out there. Everybody's a fucking doctor nowadays, so we'll see.
I just so happen to be a doctor by association
Okay.
because my mom's a doctor. It makes me basically a doctor. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
That makes me a fucking fighter pilot.
So, well, you were actually in the Air Force though. So basically,
I worked on fucking
you're-
planes.
You're Tom Cruise.
I could Microsoft Simulator this
So-
bitch right out of here.
No, I don't want to say too much because then YouTube will be unhappy and
Who?
then they're gonna say fuck your video. I don't know.
It's whatever, man. I mean,
It's
whatever
just-
happens is whatever happens.
Right. We
At
just
this
gotta
point,
take
the
it.
NFL's gonna.
You gotta
They've
take
got
it
it
for
figured
what
out
it is,
already.
and you just gotta deal with it.
I mean, they did it last year. They can do it again.
Right.
So, with that, we'll see you guys, I guess, next week. But we do want to thank everyone for tuning
Hell
in
yes.
for 20 episodes. Now this is the 21st.
21st. Next milestone's 50.
Yeah.
Which, fuck, by that time we'll be
Probably in
winter?
December.
December.
Somewhere in there. But yeah, keep watching, keep hitting that like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'm not gonna do that shit because I'm not cornball.
Smash that like button.
He's
Comment down below.
fucking cornball.
Subscribe. Hit the bell.
City. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week right here on the show.
You gonna add in that video from Solomon
I will throw it in.
so you guys can see his face.
Yes. But yeah, other than that, we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Sticks and Stones podcast.
Sticks and stones. Have you heard?
Hell yeah, brother. Thanks for listening.